Hi, my name is Guido Nunez Mojica, and today I'm very excited because I'm about to have a perfect day. I just received less than an hour ago this box that contains some dairy based ice cream that was produced by no cow. Wait a minute, how is that possible? This ice cream has been manufactured by a company called Perfect Day, and thanks to the power of biotechnology and entrepreneurial spirit, we have an ice cream here that was made out of casein, the main protein in milk, that was generated in a bioreactor by fungi, by an organism that they call flora, generic, that is Trichoderma, that is very efficient making proteins high scale. And this is the first commercial product of this company, Perfect Day. And when I saw that they were launching it, I immediately went and I was able to get a batch of this box contains 3 pints of ice cream. And I'm very excited because I think that in this little box contains a lot of what's going to be the future of food. And why do I say this? Because the way we currently eat is not sustainable. We are not only facing climate change uh, as an existential risk for our species and for a lot of species that share the world with us. But we also have many other issues that even if we didn't have to deal with climate change, we're still dealing with the destruction of ecosystems at a massive scales, and we have been wrecking the world for the last 150 or 200 years. And our ancestors have been wrecking the world still. We probably extinguished the mammoth in this continent and a lot of the megafauna that existed in the Americas, but never to a scale like this. Now it's 7 billion of us, and honestly, I don't think that a lot of these people are just simply gonna give up milk, dairy. They're just gonna give up meat. That would be desirable for many of us, especially vegans. But I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's gonna happen. So what's the alternative? Rather than no, not rather. At the same time that you try to talk to people, have established dialogue, hey, maybe you shouldn't eat so much meat. We also need to give them alternatives, to provide alternatives. And this is a very good alternative. This is an ice cream that's completely dairy based, that it's supposed to taste like the actual thing coming from cows, but that it's completely vegan, that no cow was harmed during the making of this ice cream, as the movie will say. So this is completely suitable for vegans. So having said that, again, I'm super excited to be opening this box. Let's open the box and see what does it contain. Uh-huh. So here it is. We have a little brochure here that says, Perfect Day. It's a perfect day to change the world. And I see these guys are dreamers, they're utopians, but this is a proof that they are dreamers that get things done. That's not a common combination. And uh, it says, we've whipped the first real animal free ice cream the world has ever seen, which is very good news if you're lactose intolerant, vegan, or simply limiting dairy in your diet. Because it's made with Perfect Day's new flora based dairy protein, it has the same taste and texture you crave from ice cream made from cow's milk, but without all the downsides. Now he has their social media. Their Facebook is Perfect Day Foods, and their Instagram is Perfect Day Foods, and so is their Twitter. Just a little bit more of that. And Perfect Day dairy protein is nutritionally identical to the dairy protein for cow's milk. And the cows on vacation, this little cartoon cows on vacation, because we make it without cows, it's dairy produced with less energy, less water, less greenhouse gas emissions, and without factory farms. Here's how we do it. Flora. First, we took milk's essential genes and added them to microflora, a tiny organism that comes from nature and can produce large amounts of pure protein. I asked these guys, and as I said earlier, this is a fungi called Trichoderma. It's on their website, technical details, but I'm a biologist by formation, so uh, I like to go into those pesky details. Most people might not care. So step two, fermentation. Now our flora can use fermentation to convert plant sugar into milk proteins, whey and casein, that are nutritionally identical to those that come from cows, but without the downside. We call these flora-based proteins. Three, foods you love. Finally, we're whipping all kinds of delicious animal-free dairy products, vegan and lactose-free versions of age-old favorites like ice cream, for an entirely new generations of food that address how we eat today and for the years to come. And here they show what's their vision of the future: yogurt, cheese, cream cheese, uh, butter, or heavy cream, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if these are stock photos or this is actually have been made with the products at their in their laboratory in limited batches. But this looks super interesting and super excited. And I'm not only excited because now you can have ice cream that where that cows have been hurt. I'm also excited because this is, as I told you before, this is the future, or this is a lot of the future. Now we could make a drink that's very similar to milk but has no sugars. So people who like their milk but are on a ketogenic diet or on an Atkins-like diet could enjoy this without the sugars. Instead of milking the cow and then by a complex chemical process taking away the sugars, you could start from scratch with a solution, with a liquid that has the proteins and nothing else, or maybe artificial sugars that give it a little bit of sweet flavor, but that won't be metabolized and you can still do your diet. So the possibilities of this sort of new cellular agriculture, as it is called, this field is called, are almost endless. And a lot of people, very creative, can provide new solutions to new problems. As the meme says, modern problems require more solutions. So I'm super excited to be opening this and to have this on my hands. This company is actually very close, or at least their manufacturing facility or their shipping facility. I'm not sure. It's actually on Union City, which is just across the bridge where I work, in San Mateo. So let's keep opening and finding what we have here. We have this with the colors of the company. We have this order that's telling me what do I get, and it's telling me that I'm getting an ice cream scoop. Ooh, a milky chocolate pint, vanilla blackberry toffee, vanilla salted fudge. So that's what I'm getting. And now let's keep open it. Oh, this is the dry ice block. Let's see. Let's take it out. Ooh, dry ice. Do I get a little bit of mist? A little bit. Ooh, ouch! Gonna get burned. Nah, a little frostbite. And I have this perfect day ice cream scoop that we're gonna use to eat the vanilla blackberry toffee ice cream. Here we can see that says perfectly delicious, 100% animal free, lactose free, vegan, flora made. And there are 4 servings per container, uh, 290 calories, and 30 grams of carbohydrates. Not precisely healthy, but I don't eat ice cream because it's supposed to be healthy, and I don't expect even the most advanced biotech ice cream to become healthy suddenly, maybe less harmful. And yeah, you don't eat ice cream because it's healthy. You eat ice cream because you like it, period. And the ingredients: water, sugar, coconut oil, sunflower oil. That's how they make their fats because the fats are not coming from the cow here. This completely vegan. Corn syrup, non-animal whey protein, corn syrup, blackberry puree, contains 2% or less of natural flavors, molasses, vanilla extract, caramelized sugar, maltodextrin, corrupt bean gum, pectin. These are additives that are used so when the ice cream freezes, it doesn't crystallizes. I made several batches of ice cream before, and I didn't know that part. I forgot to add xanthan gum or war gum, and then you're gonna try to eat it, and it's just like a stone. It cannot be eaten. So you add these things, and some are preservatives, and it says contains milk protein. Made in a facility that also handles eggs, peanuts, and tree nuts, soy, and wheat. It's interesting to see what sort of products they are working on. And distributed by Perfect Day, Berkeley, California. Product of USA. Keep frozen. Now, it's vanilla salt fudge. It's very similar, just the difference is here. And the third flavor is milky chocolate. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's in the box. But yeah, I finished the unpacking, but I haven't finished this. And as excited as I am for eating this, I'm not gonna eat it yet because I have a plan now. I hopefully will happen within a month of organizing a meal, a dinner for several of my dear friends who are also interesting people who would they the whole meal will consist of mostly genetically engineered food. So we're gonna eat this for dessert, the perfect day ice cream for dessert, and we're probably gonna have impossible burger whoppers. I have a Burger King right around the corner. I live in San Francisco, and I a friend of mine who has a farm in Illinois is gonna send me BT corn, corn that's resistant to insects, and they're gonna send me. He's gonna send me sweet corn that we're gonna use as side veggie for the whoppers, and maybe or not, I'm not sure yet. We can get some of the other genetically modified food items like papaya or non-browning potatoes. And I'm gonna try to have a meal mostly based on these products and start a conversation about biotechnology. And again, I know I have said this uh, for a while, but I'm super excited because this is a meal that I have been dreaming about for many, many years. I've been doing science communication about biotechnology for the last 20 years. And one of the things that it's a problem for me as a science communicator is that the benefit for the person, for the final consumer, for the person who's sitting down at the table to eat this food item, is not visible. Most of the benefits of the previous generation of biotech powered meals, foods, crops have been for farmers. You have a corn that's resistant to insects. You had a corn that you can use certain herbicide instead of using more toxic herbicides. You have a papaya that's not attacked by viruses, and so on. There's once the final consumer has this on a plate, they don't see any difference. But here, you're seeing a consumer product that actually makes a difference. If you're lactose intolerant and you want ice cream, you can have this. If you're vegan and you're vegan for ethical reasons and you've been dying to eat actual ice cream that really tastes like the ice cream you remember from your childhood, this is for you. These products can make a difference. So I think that we're about to see, especially now with genome editing that's very different from transgenesis, a bunch of new products that are going to make a difference to the final consumer, and that could be much better received, and that could change the GMO debate. So this is a meal that I've been dreaming to have for many, many years, and finally I'm going to organize it, I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to try to tape some of these conversations and try to tape the food preparation, if any, and I'm gonna share this with you who are watching this video, and let's try to have a conversation. Let's try to explain what are my views for the future of the food, for the future of agriculture, for the future of our species here on Earth. Because, as I said before, we not only have global warming, we have many other environmental issues that we need to tackle, and we're running out of time. And people not only don't realize that, and in one end of the political spectrum, they don't care. In the other end of the political spectrum, they say they care, but they are not willing to even entertain the possibilities that biotechnology or nuclear power are part of the solutions. And something that I tell people, and a lot of people gets very pissed off at me, is in order to save nature, we need to become less natural, even less natural than we are now. And a lot of people don't like that. And I know that there's right now a very heavy debate about if we're starting getting our meat from bioreactors and our milk from vats, what happens to the farmers? And yeah, that's a debate that must be had. And in any case, I don't think that farms are going anywhere anytime soon. And I think that a large fraction of people are still going to prefer eating uh, animal derived animal products. Let's call it that way. Regular meat, regular milk. But in the midterm future, those could start becoming more of a special treat rather than what people eat day to day. I don't know. I will be having these conversations, and hopefully this will be only the first video of a series called Future Food. Thank you for watching this video, for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. and welcome to Future Foods.